Finding standard deviation. So this video is going to show you how to find standard deviation using a Casio calculator. So in the example we're going to use, we're going to find the standard deviation of 6, 5, 5, 4, 5, 5, 6, 5 and 4. But obviously you can use it with any set of numbers. So we first need to make sure that the calculator is clear of all previous content. So we start by pressing the Shift button, and then we press 9, which is going to clear everything, because when we press Shift, which is written in yellow, it means then that any other button you press, you're applying the yellow function of that button. So since clear, CLR, is written above the number 9 in yellow, it's going to clear everything. So we press Shift, and then we press the number 9, which will clear all previous content. So we want to clear all, so this is going to come up on the screen. So we're going to press the number 3 because that has all beside it. So we press the number 3, and then press yes to reset all. So yes has an equals in front of it, so we press the equals button. And then we have to press the AC button. So to reset all, press the AC key. So it's this key here. Okay, so now that we know we've got everything cleared off from beforehand, we want the calculator in stats mode. So we start by pressing the mode or setup button, which is beside the on button. Then we press the number 2, because that's going to give us stat. We only have one variable, so we're going to press 1 because that's got one var beside it. So we press the number 1. We now input our data pressing equals after each term. So this will show up on the screen, and the 1, 2, 3 just basically represents the first value, the second value, the third value. So underneath the X, we're going to input our values. So we're going to start off with 6. So I'm going to press 6, and then I'm going to press equals after it, and then I'm going to input 5, and then I'm going to press equals after it, and then I'm going to input 5 again, press equals after it, input 4, press equals after it, and so on. Obviously, if you're doing this for a different set of values, you put in whatever your values are. Just make sure that you press equals after each term. So I've inputted 6. Next I'm pressing equals. Next I'm pressing 5 because that's the next number on my list. And I press equals again. Then I press 5 because that's the next number on my list. I'm going to press equals again, and so on. I repeat this process until the data is entered. So I continued on until I had inputted 4, so that was the last number on my list, that was the 9th value. So we've finished inputting the data. We now need to get where we can analyze it, so we press AC. So press the AC button once I've inputted all my values. We need to analyze the stats we have input. So we start off by pressing the Shift button, and then press number 1, because that has stat written above it in yellow. We want to see the variance, so we're going to go for VAR, which has 4 in front of it, so we're going to have to press the number 4. So N represents the number of terms, X bar represents the mean, and this little symbol is like a circle with a little tick sticking off the top of it, represents standard deviation. So this is what we're looking for, number 3. So we want standard deviation, so we press number 3, and standard deviation symbol should show up and a 0, and we need to press equals. and 0.6666667 shows up on the screen, and this is the standard deviation of the data set. So it is quite complicated. It takes a lot of practice to be able to do it without any guidance. And in an exam, it would be very easy to forget how to work this in the calculator. So it would be a good idea to be able to do it out the long way in your copy.